follow orders, you got everything to gain. If you don't have it in you, now's the time to say it.
So how would you explain him to people who are going to see this movie and be learning about him kind of for the first time?
I think he had an extremely unpleasant childhood, was severely abused by both his parents. That manifests itself in different people, different ways. I think he was filled with rage. This was the one thing that he had in abundance, this rage. And when he was given an opportunity to turn it into a job, he took advantage of it.
I feel like when these kinds of shocking things happen, whether it's a serial killer or a school shooting, everyone always says, who is the family and how did they not know? You know, and it's kind of the same with your character. How did she not know? So how do you explain this?
My opinion, and it may be different from others, but I believe that she did know to a certain extent. I don't know to what extent, but I don't think it's possible to stay in a marriage for that long in that era of like offices and secretaries and not have a clue. I just don't think it's possible. But I do think she was in very, very deep denial.
Anytime I see the actual wife in any of the interviews, she seems very fragile. You know, even if she was in denial or there were things she knew and she didn't say, who are any of us to judge her? I mean, I'm sure it was a very difficult situation.
I can imagine what you've been telling them, thinking their dad's a decent guy.
I'm really proud of you, Richie.
Our paths cross again. I'm gonna bury your whole family.
Dad?
And I know secrets like this are not okay in a relationship, but how do you feel about little white lies or things like that in relationships? Is that okay?
Obviously, honesty is the best policy. You know, you never want to hurt someone's feelings, so it depends. I certainly try in my own life to practice as much honesty as possible.
Ideally, nobody would ever have to lie about anything. I don't think it's right or wrong, it's just kind of, I think you're always better off in a situation where you have to tell as few lies as possible. That's the key to being happy.
You think God's gonna save me? You tell him to come down and stop me.